So we are on Concealed Hill, one of the maps that I get the most when I play on ladder. Actually, I get all of them, but I think I get this map way more often than I get Twisted Meadows, for example. I don't get to play that map very often. And the opponent is random, so I'm starting with an Ancient of War here to go for the creep, like I would do if I am in Elf Mirror or maybe against Undead. I wouldn't do that against human though, and he is human, so that's the thing I hate about random, the fact that you don't know the races, so that kind of slows down your opener, because you make choices that you wouldn't make if you knew the race. So if I knew the race, I wouldn't delay the altar in favor of the Ancient of War. I would build the altar first.
Your building is
so now I'm going to have a late altar. And I'm not gonna do the Ancient of War creeping either, because against human I don't need that. I just want to be aggressive. So if I knew it was human, the first step would be to build an altar.
Your building is complete.
Also against human I don't need to place the Moonwell here. I place it here because I thought usually when I get random, the opponent is random. Most of the time they're orcs. I don't know why, but that's how it works. So I was expecting orc or undead maybe, and I placed the Moonwell here so I can defend from the Blade Master. But it doesn't matter, I mean. Some humans also go for wisps with an early level 1 Archmage push, so just in case I also have the wisps next to the Moonwell, so it's always nice. Hunter's Soul, second Ancient of War.
I must safeguard the land.
Placing a wisp here to scout this camp. Also have a nice scout here, and just in case I want to do an AP push, which is what I usually do against human. I already have one in position. Yeah, and it's going here. So he already crapped one camp, obviously. But that's kind of a wrong timing for me, because I can't really engage right now. He's got militia on. He's got a lot of damage, so I have to wait until the militia duration runs out. And then I can be aggressive again. I only used one entangle, so I have still plenty of mana. And what I'm achieving here is that I'm just delaying his creeping. So I'm delaying his level 2. Probably he's going to creep another camp right now. Let me see. Let's remove the Fog of War. Yeah. Ah, he's wasting time. He's not creeping anything. Big mistake. Maybe he wanted to creep this camp here, but then he saw I was entangling his peasant, so he came back. And now he wants to hit me from behind. So I'm not gonna be able to finish off this farm, because he's got a lot of damage with the 3 footmen and the Archmage. So it's like a 3 footman tech into defend though, so he's not going straight rifles. Doesn't even have a blacksmith yet. Oh, entangle on the... This is nice, because I entangled the footman, but somehow he saved him. He's targeting my Keeper of the Grove, but I have another entangle, so I can just escape, save the Huntress with some nice micro, and get the footman finally. Or maybe not. Yes, I'm gonna get him. And now look at this mistake. He wants to deny the footman. And so he puts the other footman in rage, and so he lost 2 instead of 1. Big mistake. He wanted to play this with deny, and because he wanted to play well, he actually lost 2 footmen instead of 1. Because if he didn't go for the deny, he could just lose only 1. But this way he lost 2. And that's some nice experience for me. But most important, I'm keeping his levels low. That's what I want. Normally at this stage of the game, the human should be level 3. Or almost level 3. And he's still stuck at level 1. Now he's gonna get a level 2 here, but I'm also gonna be level 2 here. So equal level, which is better for me. Because my units are better at this stage of the game. I got Huntresses, he's got footmen, and he already lost 2 of them. So that's his level 2, he's gonna get... Oh, that's so lucky. Tome of Experience. I didn't even know that this part of the map can drop this item, so good to know. This is definitely one of those camps I'm going to creep or try to steal from my opponent. Not really steal, yes, it's more on his side actually, which I think it's an imbalance because I don't have it. I have it here,
Your building is complete.
but both of those camps are closer to his base, I feel like. Or maybe it's symmetrical.
Research finished.
Not sure. I don't think it's stealing that, because it's close to my base as well. Anyways, thanks to that Tome of Experience, it's close to level 3, but now look at this surround. I see the opportunity, I readjust it because it wasn't a close surround, and now it's gonna be that it's TP. And very important, I'm gonna be able to finish off this creep camp here. Kind of wasted the entangle on the alchemist because I couldn't do anything, but it's always nice to put some damage, because now he will have to heal everything. So his alchemist is already, even with the scroll of healing, it won't be full HP fast, so maybe I can keep being aggressive. And now I could go actually and creep jack him if I want to, but of course I didn't know where he was going because I didn't have vision, and I decided to go for level 3 just because level 2 entangle is so much better and I want to fight with that. I have my first glaive out, not building any Ancient of Protectors here because I'm pretty sure he's gonna scout them. Oh, and he's going for Workshop, so he's expecting some pressure actually, and he's going for the Mortar team. But I think it's going to be late, because the push is going to come. I got 5 Huntresses, actually 6, 2 glaives plus 1 that's in production. I'm going to eat 50 food, full mana on the keeper thanks to the clarity. Still not full mana, but it's gonna be full mana soon. Close of attack, always nice to finish off units. 46 food for me against the 36 only food for the human. So looking very good for me, but the bad thing about this map is that it's so easy to get flanked from the sides. So anytime I push the human straightforward, they always try to flank me from this side, and that's bad because it always causes the engagement to not start the way I want to. So you see, I was aiming for the alchemist and he flanked me from the side and did a lot of damage already to my hunts. So I try to go for the surround, but they're slow, so it doesn't really work. Look at the power of the entangle though. Archmage already almost dead. But first Huntress falls, so now I think I have to dispel all of that stuff. So let's put slow motion. Archmage is low. Acid Bomb is doing a lot of damage, but I got 3 wisps with me. Boom. And suddenly all of his mana is gone. Archmage should still have mana, it does, but Sorceresses don't have mana anymore. Thanks to the big dispel that I did. My Huntresses are still all alive. I'm gonna get this Water Elemental too, which is going to make me close to level 4. I'm targeting this Blacksmith because I want to... because it's the thing that's in front of me. So that's why. It doesn't really change much because I think... I don't know if you can still produce rifles if Blacksmith gets killed, but because I don't know, it's always good to kill it. Boom. Blacksmith's down, and of course now I can snipe the farms, which are very important to snipe, so I'm gonna make him supply blocked. You see, the wisp that I had here for ages finally transformed into an AP. So normally I would try to build 3 APs here, or even 4, and just siege his base, but the way this game went, I felt like it was more important to detonate the Water Elemental, because if I didn't detonate that stuff, that single Water Elemental would have finished off all of my low HP hunts, and then I would be without the front line, and I would be in a very bad position. So don't underestimate the power of the Huntresses, even if they are low HP, orange, on the orange-red side. This one is green, but okay. They still provide with a lot of damage. They still do a lot of damage. And they are +1. They are 1-1 actually. If you lose all of these Huntresses, then you have no frontline anymore. You got only Glaives, which you can easily snipe with the level 2 Water Elementals. So using Detonate to keep the Huntresses alive is more important than getting those APs up, because they can still be cancelled, and removing the mana is just too much of a priority. So now I'm in a very good position. He's trying to target my Glaives, but there's another Entangle here. And Alchemist should fall, barely escaping. But the next Glaive would be the kill. Level 4, saving almost all of my hunts. Now I'm going to go for the Archmage. Get the Water Elemental first. There's another Entangle. Boom. And now you just A-move into the Archmage. Look at the damage. Archmage gone, and he taps out. GG. Well played. So very bad start, and the bad start was because of the not knowing his race, which delayed my build and caused me to make a build that I would never make against human. But then also very good start because his creeping was so delayed. Actually, he delayed it by himself. I don't know why it was so slow, but... And then those footman kills were key. And the last fight was pretty easy, I would say. So, GG. I would say my favorite map against human is still Twisted Meadows for this kind of style.